Hi creators, it's Fem from the Mind for Creators, and today I have a very exciting video for you. I have my laptop in the corner, as you can see a little bit. I have some projects in the back, and that can only mean one thing. I am going to show you what I'm making at the moment and what is on my wish list. So let's go! So I have like two different categories. I'm going to show you at first what I'm making. Okay, maybe three categories. What I'm making, then what I want to be making, and in there I also have like the paid patterns and the free patterns category. So I'm first going to show you what I'm making. I will every time put a picture of the pattern here or the video that I have it from so you can find it. But I also put the links in the description below or on the site as it's now of the link to the pattern or the video where I got it from. So you can find exactly where to find the pattern. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the projects I am making. I'm actually knitting quite a lot at the moment. I actually started crocheting at first, so not even a year ago. And knitting just sounded so like, maybe a little bit scary, or how's that word? I cannot come up with the word. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen. But I learned to knit for my grandma when I was really young, but I never really took it. Like, I never really did anything with it. Just I tried it a few times and then never made like, I think I made like this part of a shawl or something, or a scarf, and that was it. But yeah, I've been getting into knitting lately. So I actually have three knitting projects that I'm working on and one crochet. I will start with the one that I have been working on longest, and I will tell you why. So this is a cardigan. This is one sleeve. I actually have like one sleeve finished. Only problem is I didn't do the right bind off, so I should do that again. This is the first thing that I started knitting again, and you can see, because I don't know if it's will be very visible in the video, but there are a lot of gaps and it is just not that amazing. But for a first time I think it's fine, you know. Here I also got a few holes in there, you can see, and I tried to stitch it up, but it doesn't look that good. I've been working on it for, I've not been working on it for months, but it's laying around for months already, and I work on it on and off. I was working on the back piece that is almost finished. However, I'm not sure how I want to finish it, to be honest. I will show a picture of the I will link the video below. It's from a Dutch girl also, called Lisa's Knit Club, or that's what her account is called. And I don't know, I've been, since this was like the first knitting thing I started again, but since I've been starting to knit again, I've started to get more into different kind of patterns. And I'm not sure if this style is still something that I want to be making, like the super oversized. I like oversized, but I'm just not 100% sure. So it could be that I might not finish this, but I'm already so far. So like, oh, I'm gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not sure yet. Also because of the quality of the knitting, it's not amazing. But that was number one. Number two, I'm going in chronological order as I started projects, but I always like to work on multiple things. Number two is actually my first sock, so which is pretty cool. Since I got into knitting again a little bit, I'm saying into knitting again. I've never knitted like I finished up, like as I said before. So since I started to knit, I also really like the idea of making socks. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, okay, I really want to try this. So I actually found a video of Voolenvine. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but her name on YouTube is different, I think. But I will show a picture here, and I'll also link it below. Which is so easy to follow. I am doing it with the magic loop, so I don't have the double pointed needles, and I also don't have a small bend, so I'm just doing it like this, which works fine, to be honest. I'm not getting any letters in the sock, so that is really nice. As you can see, it's some self-striping sock yarn, just some simple yarn that I found. So I make them quite short because I don't like, I'm like a no showing sock person. I don't like it at all. So I'm making these quite short, so I can use them in my Dr. Martens. And you won't see them, but I will know that I have those socks on. So the cuff is done, the leg part is done, the heel, focus on here please, thank you. the reinforced heel with the bottom of the heel is done too. And what I find so funny is this yarn striped in the way that the bottom of the heel is like a perfect white shape. So that is so funny, and I didn't do it on purpose. I couldn't even. So I'm almost like, is this yarn like so perfect for socks that they know? But that wouldn't make sense, to be honest. I think it's a happy coincidence. So I'm working on this too, on and off. It is of course a way smaller yarn, so it takes some more time, but I'm not in a hurry. However, I probably would like to make socks for Christmas because I now know how. My mom is already into the idea. She's like, okay, I want some socks, please. My dad is like, no, no, thank you. And my brother probably will find it amazing too. I have a brother with a mental disability, or like, a special needs brother, to say it like that. And I always buy him like these funky socks every year with Christmas, so it would be so cool if I could make some socks myself this year. So fingers crossed. I'm not gonna say it will work, but I will try probably. Then my third knitting project, and then I will do the crochet one. I actually started this last week, I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's a bit hard to see like this, but I'm not that far in. I think maybe 25 rows. I have no idea, 20 maybe. And it is a top from Drops, a free pattern. Like all these that I've been doing now are free. I've never purchased a pattern before. Probably going to be in the future, so that's good. It is this one. I have it open here, and it's called the April Awakenings. Very cool. It's a bit hard to show you, but I am just working. It is a top-down raglan, and I'm working from the top down, of course. I made the collar. I'm now working on the raglan, as you can see here. It's a bit hard to see like this. It is made with Drops Musket. This is a cotton yarn, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it, so I'm really curious how this will turn out. Good to know. I'm going to show a few more patterns from Drops in my wish list. And what is really cool, if you use Drops yarn, they have a full library of patterns where you can also select your yarn that you have at home, and you will find patterns made in that yarn, so super easy. This is also officially made in the Drops Musket. However, they also give you ways to use different kind of yarns, and they explain how you can calculate if you have the right kind of yarn. So I think for beginners that is really, really nice. I would absolutely say that I'm also a beginner knitter, of course. So I really like that. And that was number 3. And then number 4. Also a bit of a story behind it. I showed this yarn, and actually the last yarn in my last video, where I unboxed and reviewed Drops yarn. You can find it here. And this is the beginning or the start of a cardigan. It is made with Drops Melody, which is this amazing alpaca blend, which is so fluffy and fuzzy and super, super soft. However, again, can you see them a little bit indecisive sometimes? Probably you wouldn't know now. I am not sure if I want to make this like this. I started yesterday for a video also. That will be up soon if I finish this one. Maybe if I change it, I probably will do the same kind of video. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. The pattern that I'm using, it's also a video. This is this one from Annoo Designs, or Knitting&Crochet Designs, I think. Is so cool. I really like it. It's like a super fluffy, flowy cardigan, but it might also be, again, a bit too big and flowy for my taste. I made the cardigan before actually, but with a super different kind of yarn, 2 strands, smaller needles, so it was short, quite cropped. If I have a picture, I will put it in here. And I love that cardigan, absolutely do. However, this, I'm using the needle size that is suggested, and also more of the yarn that is quite similar in the way it eventually shapes. So it will be very long and very, very slouchy. And I think it's a bit too slouchy to my likings. So I might take this out, which will be a pain in the because if you have ever worked with fluffy yarn, you know that taking this out is not fun. But I already saw, because I'm using a size 10 needle, it has a little bit more area in between, to say it like that. So it's doable, but it's not great to do. So I'll have to be very careful. And I will show you what I would like to make with it, because we are now on to the second part, the patterns that are on my wish list. So as we go into the patterns, I just told you that Drops has like this beautiful library of free patterns, which you can also search on the yarn that you have at home. Talking it hard. So this pattern, I'm sometimes looking at my laptop to see what I'm talking about. This pattern, the Spring Fuzz jacket, is actually made with Drops Melody. And I think it's beautiful. I think it's flowy enough for me, like oversized enough but not huge, and I think it's something that I would really like in my closet, in my collection. And I also love white for cardigans, for t-shirts, for anything, and I used to wear a lot of it. Now I have a little bit less in my closet, so I would love to have it also in white, but I think it would also be really cool in this color. So I might be doing that. But I also want to crochet something. I'm only knitting at the moment, except from this one, of course. So it's on my mind, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Next, I have 2 more Drops patterns, free patterns. The other one is Hearts on Fire, which is this beautiful tank top. And I almost wanted to start it with the Drops Musket, which I have laying here, which I'm making a blue top with. However, this is not a good yarn size. So as they say in here in the pattern, they also have yarn groups that they put their yarn under, which is the yarn that they use in the top is yarn group A, which is the smallest yarn. I think they do it like that. And this is yarn group B or C. So it won't be a good idea to do it with this one. But I love the top. Only I think it might be a bit difficult for me still, because as I said, very new to knitting. Also, the reason why I started this top, which is quite simple, but I just wanted to learn how to do a Raglan top down, or top down at all at first, before starting something a bit more difficult. I wanted to try, but I was like, no, just do something a bit more simple for the first time. Because another top that I want to make, like really, oh, I think it's so beautiful, is this one, which is the Echo Mountain top, also by Drops. And I think it's so pretty. I also love the color that they made it in. It looks a little bit like this one, which is baby blue and musket. However, they use Drops Paris, which is another yarn from them, also cotton yarn. And oh, I love the yoke detailing. The yoke is really pretty. The details is amazing. The sleeves, I actually am wearing something quite first shape, quite similar, so that is funny. But yeah, I think it's beautiful, and I really want to make it eventually. So if I think I might have to finish something first. Maybe that's good, because I can be the person that is like 8 whips at once. But I definitely want to make this. But I also want to make it now, because I live in the Netherlands. It's now summer, it will be fall soon, knowing our climate, and I cannot wear this in winter because it will be way too cold. And also when fall comes, it will get colder quite soon. So I would love to wear it this year still. If not, it's okay. I will just make it still and wear it next year. But I think it's beautiful. Definitely want to make it. Absolutely. And then we go on to the paid patterns. So I saw some of these patterns on Instagram. I think all of them. Yeah, I think I saw all of them on Instagram. If you didn't know, by the way, I am also on Instagram. You can find me here on the Mindful Creators. It is still fairly new. I am following a lot of you, which I think is so fun, because I love seeing what people are making, and it gives me inspiration, and I also get inspiration for new patterns, of course. So the first one that I found quite a while ago already is this top. It's the Rumble Raglan knitting pattern, and I think this one is so cool because I've seen some variation of colors from them, from the test knitters, and one of them is this one by, oh god, I hope I pronounced it right, Sanjana Stel. I think this one is so cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be making it soon still because I think it's made with a very thin yarn, so that equals a long project. But maybe when I get a bit more comfortable or a bit more confident in my knitting, I will definitely try this out because I think it's so beautiful. It fits perfect on everyone, on every shape, on every size. It's also amazing how size inclusive she is with her patterns. I love that. And I heard that it's very stretchy. You can make it longer, shorter. I like to have it a little bit longer. I don't tend to wear crop tops in my day-to-day life. Like when it's summer and it's very hot, I will because I cannot handle that. But day-to-day I would like to have my stomach covered. And I always love that you can adjust patterns to make them longer. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful. I'm gonna see how much sizes she has. Yeah, 9 sizes, which is insane. I think I can already imagine how hard the testing part of it would have been, because you need a lot of testers. So props to her. I think she did amazing. The creator actually is Whatlydiamade. That's her website. I also will link it below so you can find the pattern there. Next to the second one that I love is by KolibriByJohanna, and I've been following her for a while now. And she has so many fun patterns. I absolutely love them. I think they're so classic, beautiful, timeless. Not all of them are timeless, I think, but a lot of them are. And the one that I'm eyeing at the moment is this one, the knitting pattern Emanuel Cardigan. And you might think, oh, this is quite not simple, but it's not a super special cardigan until you see the back, because this is the back of it. It's beautiful, and it's something that I would probably want to make eventually. As I said again, white cardigans or something bright or cream, completely up my alley. Then I have one more sweater, but I am not sure if this is a knitting pattern completely. I'm a bit confused by her website, but it is this one. If you put the website in English, it translates a little bit, but not the description of the pattern, and I haven't translated it yet. I think it's called Elisabeth, yeah. This would be way out of my league to make, but maybe one day. It looks really hard to me. I always like a challenge, and I'm quite a fast learner, so I think eventually I'll be able to make it. But for now I'm just eyeing it because I think it's pretty amazing. I can already imagine this in a blue, so blue, yeah, I love blue, of course, or maybe off-white or a purplish lavender kind of color. Maybe a peach would also be really cool, I think. But it's really pretty. That were actually all the patterns that are out now, but there is one more pattern that I'm like in love with, which is not a pattern yet. It is by Oops and Loops. It is this one. It's a t-shirt, and she doesn't have a name for it yet because it still needs to be tested. And I might even apply for the test knit. However, I am going on vacation soon, like end of this week. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out. If I'm not gonna apply for the test knit, I'm just gonna buy the pattern afterwards, because I think this is the most perfect t-shirt fit ever. Okay, maybe. I don't know that much yet about the knitting patterns, but for what I've seen, I think it's amazing, and I think it's so beautiful. I love the shape, I love the color, of course. I love the way it fits, the way it flows, the way she made the border, the sleeves, the detail on the sleeves is so pretty. Yeah, I just am actually absolutely in love with it. I even get a, oh my god, I wanted to say I have a hard time talking about it because I'm so in love with it, but and I stumbled over my words again. But I think it's beautiful. I'm gonna keep an eye out on her profile, hoping that she is going to release it soon, or at least test knitting, which I'm really excited for that one. And those are all, to be honest. I talked very fast. I hope not too fast. I'm a fast talker. or can be when I'm enthusiastic about something. And if I talk about yarn, knitting, crochet, I will talk fast. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think they're really cool. I love seeing other people's patterns. I am not really at the place that I feel comfortable to create something of my own yet. Maybe I will never, maybe I will eventually, I have no idea. But I love seeing what other people make, and I think these patterns that I just showed you are amazing, and also they are amazing creators, designers, so I really would check them out if I were you. So yeah, that's the video. So I hope you loved it. I hope you subscribe if you loved it. Click the bell also, because then you will be notified for every new video that I make or upload. Also like the video if you do, and I'm really excited to see what patterns you're eyeing, or if there are any in this list that you also would like to make after this. So let me know below. I always love to go into conversation together. Also follow me on Instagram, because you will see some updates when I'm posting or when I'm working on new YouTube videos. And yeah, just send me a message there if you want to. Just say hi. I like to talk with other people. So that was it for today, and I will see you next time. So bye creators, and remember, never stop creating. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hi creators, it's Fem from the Mind for Creators.